Good morning, empaths. It's me, the Alpha Empath, and I just finished my morning meditation. Um, Mornings are my time when I wake up and I just thank Spirit for everything that I'm grateful for. And the reason I do that is because gratitude and having a spirit of thankfulness increases your feminine energy. Not only does it increase your feminine energy, but it also increases your openness to spirit. It's kind of like opening up the gates of your heart. So I do that every morning just to make sure that my heart is still connected to spirit. So this morning, Spirit had me dealing with something in my past. Listen, people, you're going to have to make a practice of calling your spirit back from things that you have decided to invest your emotions in. Every time you do that, it is like spending money foolishly. Listen, energy is currency. It really, really is. Every time you enter into a relationship, a combative, a quarrelsome, a toxic, abusive relationship, what you are saying is, I am choosing to release my money, my energy, my spirit into this situation, and therefore it will grow. You see how foolish that is? That's why I choose to forgive. It don't have shit to do. I want to be able to say, oh, it's because I'm just such a nice, wonderful person. Blah blah blah. That's really what I want to tell y'all. But it's. I'd be lying. I'd be lying. Once I begin to understand that my energy really is the money from spirit and whatever I invested into grows, I start being real picky about who I invested my energy into. Here's another thing that happened. All the quarrelsome relationships I had in my life, all of those relationships that I had to walk on eggshells around, anything I said, they took everything personal and they would just blow up. I released those relationships out of my life because I'm not going to be spending my energy on that. You also have to take into account the energy that you are receiving. See, I'm an empath. I'm an empath. Okay. And let's break energy up into $1 bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, and $100 bills. Okay. Now, if you are receiving anger, if you are receiving jealousy and envy from a person, that's still energy. It's still energy. So they're causing you to grow. But think about that as a $1 bill. Okay. Now, let's say from another person, you are receiving joy. You are receiving appreciation. You are receiving gratitude. Think about that as a $100 bill. So if you want to get wealthy quickly, if you want to get wealthy quickly, watch who you're surrounding yourself with. Watch who is putting their energy into you. See, I only want high quality energy, and you may not believe it because you haven't tried it. But when you surround yourself with highly vibrational people, watch your finances go up. Watch your money go up. And then when you see your money go up because you are surrounding yourself with highly vibrational people, I want you to call me, get on my Facebook, follow me in the Facebook group called The Evolution of the Empath, or you can reach out to me on Alpha Empath Coaching, which is also on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Tweet me, do whatever, and say, bitch, you was right. That's what I'm going to need you to say to me. Okay. Okay. Now, let me go back into why I even started this broadcast. Let me get it. Now, who's on here? Let me know if you're on here so I can see that you're seeing me, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So let me know if you are watching me right now. I'm looking for a comment. Okay. I'm looking for a comment. So it was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was in an organization. And let me tell y'all something. It was a financial organization and it was fun as hell. Y'all, when I tell you that this organization was fun, it was fun. It was gangster. I'm kind of like a little gangster anyway. So, it was very competitive, highly competitive. And it was a place where I could be all of me. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know who called me queen, but good morning, because I don't see your little face here. You see how you don't have no face right there. So I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but good morning. So I was in this organization and we're competing. We're making money. I was in finances, the financial arena, way for a long time before I began being in coaching. And in the financial industry, it's dominated by men. It's dominated by men. And is dominated by alpha male energy. And me being the little competitive little goddess that I am, I said, oh no, just because you're a man and you a penis don't mean you have a penis, don't mean I'm gonna let you beat me. It don't mean I'm gonna let you kick my ass. I'm not gonna let that happen. Okay. I'm not gonna let that happen. So here I am, I'm competing, and I see subtly my soul. Hi, Nia. How are you? Honey, I was just thinking about you not too long ago. Not too long ago. I was just thinking about you, honey. So that's Nia. Okay, so I got who that is. So I'm in this organization and I see my soul going and shifting into a way that I don't want it to shift. I see my relationships becoming more transactional. And I had prided myself on having authentic relationships. And this is why you need to have authentic relationships, because authentic relationships are anchors. They are anchors. When your soul, or you're releasing your spirit into something, a path, a destiny, when you're releasing your energetic money into something, you're growing something that you're not supposed to be growing, these people that represent your authentic relationships, they will drop anchor. They will drop anchor, and they're gonna give you a call and say, I don't know what the fuck going on with you, but we're gonna need you to get back. We're gonna need you to get back to your path. We're gonna need you to get back to your path. And I had two people do this for me as my soul was becoming more transactional, as I was seeing my interactions with humans become less loving and more about money. Let me just be real with you. Now my career was going up. My career was going up because I was doing all the things that this world teaches that a soul should do to prosper in business. I was doing them. Check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark. Money going up, soul going down. It's going down. Okay. So I had a woman, her name was, I'm not going to tell you her name, but I call her the Silver Fox. Beautiful, beautiful black woman. And she's older. She's probably 70, but she doesn't look a day over 50. And I had influenced her in a sneaky way. I had influenced her, told her to show up because I knew that she valued me. Didn't tell her what she was showing up to. Didn't tell her. And it was a multi-level marketing type shit. That's what it was. Okay. Didn't tell her because I had been trained not to really tell, but to use my influence to get people to an event. And I have a lot of influence. So I did that. And she came. And when she got there, she stayed. She got there and she stayed. But right after the presentation was over, she walked up to me and she looked, and see, this is why you got to value authentic ass people, because they going to give it to you straight. They're going to give it to you straight. She looked me straight in the eye and she said, Tiffany, who are you becoming? Because this is the first time in my life I've ever been disappointed in you. And when she said that, and I'm so glad she was so fucking authentic that she didn't pull her punches, because I needed that authenticity that came from her to shoot straight through all my bullshit, to shoot straight through all my ego, to shoot through all of my business aspirations and settle down into the pits of my soul. And I felt my consciousness coming up. She said, Tiffany, when you invited me, I knew what this was about, but I wanted to come to see if you would follow through with it. And I'm disappointed in you. I could have been using my time to do other things, but instead you brought me to something that I have no interest in. And you did it simply because you know that I respect you. When I tell you guys that I needed that, she hurt me, but I needed her to hurt me. I needed her to stand firm and be an anchor for my soul. And my consciousness began to rise back up above my business aspirations. See, when you chase money, your soul starts twisting. It does. Now, I still like money and I'm going to have a lot of it. Okay. I live a very peaceful life. I'm paid well for the services that I do, but my spirit is not twisted anymore. I had another young man while I was still in this organization. He left the organization. And I remember my coach telling me that We're not going to speak to him. Don't talk to him. We are completely blacklisting him. That is what we are doing. Do not talk to him. And this man, I had a really great relationship with. You know, those people that just, when you first meet them, you just know their family. You don't know how you know that they're family. You just know that they're family, and you can trust them in a way that you don't really trust people. It's just a synergy that happens between you and this person. Well, this man, this is what he represented for me. I knew that this man was family to me. So when he left the organization and my coach, whom I respected, told me never to speak to him again, my soul was torn again. It was torn again. It was torn. Okay. And after a while, maybe about 6 months or something like that, my coach was still having issues with this young man. I think he was having issues because he saw this young man as being able to be successful without him. And he didn't like that. And his ego got in the way. So he asked me, he said, when's the last time this man called you? And the way that my coach was, if you lie to him or if you try to hold something back from him, he automatically knows, and then he treats you like shit. So I went ahead and told him. I said, hey, he called me at this time. This is what we discussed. I bared my soul to my coach because I thought I was being loyal and I thought I was being honest. That's what I thought. Well, my coach then decided to call this young man and threaten him and tell him, you are to have no contact with my top leader in my organization. You don't want to start no fight with me because I will tear you apart. My coach threatened this young man like this. And then this man that was my family, he called me. He said, Tiff, did you tell your coach that I called you? And I said, yeah, I did. And as I was saying that I had told on him, I had snitched, my soul was saying, we shouldn't have did that. We shouldn't have did that. My consciousness was pricking me, but I was torn between being loyal to a man that was full of fucking ego and being loyal to my soul, to a man that I knew was my family. So this is why you cannot have yourself in the wrong business. It's gonna tear your fucking soul apart. But let me tell you how God extends grace. After I betrayed this man that I knew was my soul, was my tribe, my spirit kept rising up to the surface, and it kept looking at this career like, if this is what we're becoming, we don't really want to be this. We don't want to be this at all. So after about 7 months of my spirit chastising me over and over again, I said, I don't like who I'm becoming. So I have to leave. And I left. You are going to have to make the decision, people, to release your spirit into something that grows your spirit in the fashion that you choose for your spirit to grow. When I found myself betraying those that I love, I knew that I was in the wrong fucking thing. And thankfully, I had enough grace for myself and enough consciousness to extrapolate myself from that organization. You see, being conscious requires that you be able to see your shadow in a situation, see what you're doing wrong. But you also have to be able to see the divine intention of why this situation is happening to you. When I betrayed this young man, I definitely saw my shadow. I saw what I was capable of doing. So when I left this organization, one of the first things I did is I went back to the people that I had betrayed and I apologized. And I said, listen, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And this young man, he told me something that I'll never forget. He said, Tiffany, you don't even need to apologize because we all do things that we don't want to do when we have placed our soul in the pits of hell. I'll never forget he said that to me because he was extending grace to me. He was extending family love. I tell my students all the time, save your grace for your family. Now, this man is not family to me. He's not biological family to me at all, but he treats me like family. And he told me also, he said, I knew you was going to come around. And I did. I did. But you got to have people in your life that are willing to remind you of who you are when you have forgotten. To these type of individuals, you need to invest your energy. Stop surrounding yourself with $5 bills and energy. This young man, that moment of radical transparency and authenticity that he gave me, he sold $5 million into my soul. And when he spoke that, my consciousness burst free. Because of him and this woman I call the silver, what did she call herself? The silver fox lady? I don't forgot what she calls herself, but her name was Beverly. She calls herself the silver fox lady. Because of them, they anchored me. And I was able to break free from the chains of something that my soul was never supposed to be in. I hope these words of wisdom have been helpful for you this morning. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.